Welcome back. I am joined by a very special guest to tell me about her reality show and also what she's doing as Mrs. Universe. I'm glad to have with me right now Juanita Brown Ingram Mrs. Universe 2023. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
All right, let's jump right into it and talk about, first of all, of course, you are wrapping up your reign as Mrs. Universe 2023. So tell me a little bit about how that has been and what you've been focused on during your reign.
It's been a great year. I couldn't ask for more. My main focus and my charity of choice is Dress for Success. So we help empower women to get back into the workplace through providing them interview attire and training. So that's been my primary focus. Dress for Success Chattanooga, I am the founder. I also started one in London, and I've been with the organization since 2008. And I just love what we do in empowering women, changing the trajectory of their lives and giving them economic independence.
And we want to say that you were talking about Chattanooga. You're a Chattanooga native.
Absolutely, yes.
And so you founded this because I came to an event where you hosted here in Chattanooga for Dress for Success and talked about your passion for helping women, because we think about the little things of when women are trying to improve their lives, when they're trying to make it to that next step, and the little things like making sure they have the right things to wear, that everything is done correctly, they have the right accessories, and how important that is in building that self-confidence.
Absolutely. You know, I like to say we dress women from the inside out because it does start with the exterior. I think a long time ago, we used to say we have 30 seconds to make an impression. Thanks to Snapchat and Instagram and the world that we live in today, we have 7 seconds. And when you look better, you perform better. But we also give interview training. We give CV and resume reviews. So it's the additional training and support that we give that helps really dress the woman from the inside out. But it does start with how she feels about herself, and we turn a woman around in the mirror and she sees herself either as she hasn't before or in a long time. And it matters. It's an instant impact.
It really is, like you talk about, building that self-esteem and self-confidence from the inside. So you've been busy with that, and you've also been busy. You have a reality show talking about the expats. International Ingrams.
That's it.
Okay. So, of course, you and your family, you and your husband, you have 2 beautiful children, a 13 and a 15-year-old.
Yes, teenagers.
Teenagers. We were talking about that. And so now let's talk about this show and filming, because there's some big news, because you all made the cut to make the ballot for the Emmys to be vetted. And first talk about how that process works and why that's such a big deal, because this is an independent show.
Absolutely. There are 3, most people don't know, there are 3 steps to going to the Emmys, and the first step is that you have to be vetted to be added to the nomination ballot. So the Television Academy, I've been a member now for about 4 years, we vote every year, but in order to make it onto the ballot, you have to be designated as Emmy eligible. They look at quality and the production, and so as an independent production that's very unique and rare, we are the only independent production in the reality categories that we're in that made the ballot, and you have to be designated, and that's the first step, and then you vote on the ballot, and then those who are nominated go on to know whether or not they actually receive an Emmy. But the first hurdle is to be Emmy eligible, and so we made it, and we did it, and we made the cut, so we're very proud of that.
And congratulations on that. So tell us about your show now.
Yes, well, it's all about people living abroad. There's never been a reality show that really showed people living. I think we had like International House Hunters that showed people picking out homes, but not really a lifestyle show of what it's like to go from America and live abroad, and in particular through the Black lens. So our show is all about Black life abroad. We have 12 other expat families that are going from either living in Taiwan or living in Singapore. This season, we're in season 2. You see our family move from Taiwan to Singapore in the middle of a pandemic, and we have military families. I had to get approval from the Pentagon, and I got it, to have military families displayed. So I really wanted to show the navigation and the journey. Everybody has a different story. There are teachers, there are digital nomads. We live in a digital world and a global world. So their journey has been very unique. It's a lot of fun. It's very family friendly. So it's a good time, and my family is sort of leading the way on this show.
One of the things I remember you told me about this when we talked at your event earlier this year is that you wanted to show these Black families in a positive way without all the drama that some reality shows can show.
Absolutely.
And you wanted to show this positive professional image.
Absolutely. You know, I think the way that Black-led casts traditionally have been depicted in the unscripted reality drama has been a little repetitive. And there's nothing wrong with anything that's out there, but we need diversity because we are a diverse people. And so the same way you have Duck Dynasty and Honey Boo Boo and Chrisley Knows Best, you need a variety for other ethnic groups as well. Our show, there's no profanity, there's no fighting, it's very family friendly, it's very authentic. And I wanted to just showcase Black people just being and normalizing us in a very positive way. When I looked around at my friends and my groups that we were in and living abroad, we dealt with a lot of challenges. We don't shy away from conflict, but we deal with it in a very authentic and positive approach to reality, and it's very entertaining, and it takes creativity in producing.
Like you said, you're not sugarcoating the controversy, or you're not sugarcoating the things that and the problems and the issues that you face and the families have faced,
right,
as far as being minorities and Black families.
Yes.
You know, so but you're doing that, but the way that you deal with it in a positive way
Absolutely.
is what you want people to see.
Yes, I think that oftentimes, you know, I've had a lot of conflict. I'm an attorney. I've had a lot of conflict in my life. I've never flipped a table. I've never thrown a drink. That's just not my norm. There's nothing wrong with shows that depict that, but if you never show the diversity of a particular group and how they navigate life, then it becomes sort of a toxic stereotype that is unrealistic in and of itself. So we just wanted to actually be honest and show a diverse way in which we are depicted within this genre.
Juanita Brown Ingram, it is always great to see you. Stop by anytime you're back in town.
You.
Thank you so very much. And again, congratulations on your reign as Mrs. Universe 2023.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
We're back after this. Stay with us.